camera right. All right, Shalom. First and foremost, call Allah Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Raha, Kodash. Double honors to our apostles at Great Millstone who will wear the tortoise's truth. Peace, love, and blessings, salutations to you, Akim. That's part of the Bayasha, Dabadada, House of David. To you, few sincere sisters, also too. Shalom to you. All right, as you see the title of this live stream, through the spirit, Trump's enchantment, fight, fight, fight. All right, which is what this devil said. Okay, his devil said after he got up. Shalom, brother. Yahawashi, Bahasham, Barakatah, bro. Which is what this devil said after he so-called got hit by a bullet, so to speak. All right, when he got up, which, a lot of brothers been going into it. We think through the spirit that it's staged. And whether it be or not, all in all, it's still the will of the Lord to make things kick off or spark off. Okay, now I'm going to play this in the back to show you because, like the scriptures say, stand thou with thine enchantments, all right, which is Isaiah the 47th chapter, which I'm going to get real quick. Because through the spirit, when you go through the history of America, all right, hey, throughout history, all this devil has used basically on our people or on the people of America, even our people, all right, is enchantments, okay, which when you look the word enchantment up, is basically the state of being under a spell. All right, just look up the word enchantment. It just basically means the state of being under a spell. And in this basically in this right here, all right, which this whole TV tube shit is a spell anyway. All right, that's how Esau gets people to be Republicans and Democrats, or be on the Republican side or the Democrat side. Okay, so I'm gonna play this through the spirit. Lord willing, this edifying, be hopeful. Be edifying to the hopeful elect, Salakia. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna go through it. I got a couple of scriptures to bring out. You know what I mean? But check this out. Because at the end of the day, it's enchantments, right?
That's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that said, take a look what happened.
Now, one thing I want to bring out in this video is that how the people in the crowd are more like, what's going on? And like, brother said in videos, or me and the brother was talking about yesterday, why aren't these people in this in the background scrambling? Jake, you see this ignorant Israelite, you can't see him right here, but let me see. Oh shoot, damn. But you see this ignorant Israelite, he's just down, ducked down, and he's kind of like smirking. And Jake, when they hear gunshots, they flee the scene. Or even at that, if there was gunshots being fired into a crowd behind this man, okay, then why aren't people basically scrambling, okay, at this rally? Or why aren't people in the back, okay, basically hit, okay? Because bullets go through things, like I said at camp yesterday, all right? So let's watch it.
If you want to really see something that
now
said,
watch the crowd.
What happened?
Where is this simple Jake at? Simple Jake. It's like, look, they standing up, looking, what's going on? People would have been dispersed. Okay? Like I said, we feel like it's a setup through the spirit. But check this out. Just going into the point. And then not to mention the fact on how long it took them to basically get him up off the ground. And then they're gonna take even more time. Then he's gonna say, hold on, wait a minute, wait a minute. Well, you just got hit. What you mean, wait a minute? Watch what he does. They're good to move because they put the fake joint on them. Look, watch. You gonna be worried about shoes and you just getting shot at? Now watch what he say. He go, hold on. Watch. Look, you heard him? Wait. That's when he proceeds, look. He proceeds to throw up the fist and watch. What does that say? He said, fight. All right? Let me rewind that. The crowd goes wild. Let me get this real quick. This is Isaiah 47 and let me see. 47. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, this is Isaiah 47 and 12. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. And through the spirit, that's enchantment and sorcery. Okay, then the crowds went wild. I can only imagine the next. I mean, today is probably jumping off, but in the next couple days or so, or whatever the case, whatever happens, all right, he's putting the enchantment in. Like I'm gonna rewind it again. He said, fight. All right, and these people are susceptible to that. Play it again. What the hell are they fighting for? He's saying fight. When you think of fight, you think you about to square up with somebody or this and that. Now you're gonna have just like in ancient Rome, which I wrote it down. You had in the ancient Roman Empire, you had the patricians and the plebeians, which today would be modern day Democrats and Republicans. Okay, and they had something called the conflict of order. All right, which basically, one's for the poor, one's for the rich. One has more of this, one has more less that. All right, but this is an enchantment. Stand now. I'm gonna read it again. It says, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let not the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. And that's the thing. They have to go with their NWO. They have to do things like this. All right, fight. All right, because at the end of the day, it puts the spirit in the mind of these people to go at it. And then to my next point through the spirit, civil war. All right. Yep, that's right, brother. It is a psyop. It definitely is. Because watch how many people. That's why you don't get wrapped up into this Democrat and Republican stuff. Because for one, it's so everything that involves politics, it's always going to involve some sort of type of static. And that's all that this is going to create is static. All right, that's an enchantment. Okay, it says, behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them, they shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame, there shall not be a cold or warm at, nor fire to sit before. Because through the spirit, this place is going to be destroyed regardless. All right, but this is just an enchantment to bring in what? The NWO, because this man knoweth that he has but a short time. Let me get this real quick. It's Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore, rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down into you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So all this stuff right here, I mean, like I asked the brothers yesterday at camp, when is the last time you seen a president get assassinated or an assassination attempt? Okay, you haven't. All right, you haven't in a while, so to speak. I mean, who did they miss JF Kennedy? No. All right, but all of a sudden, this man, I gotta keep replaying it because it's funny. And this can very well, through the spirit, bring in a civil war. All right, let me see. Let me see something real quick. Salaki, I'm on the tube. Civil war. I know people are talking about it, so because that's all that's coming, to be honest. Trump. See, look.
47% of people said in a recent poll that they're fearful of
Blood, former Trump Binance on shooting at Trump rally. Says Trump supporting soldier gives dark warning on possible civil war. Now, why is that? And then this just happens. Okay?
47% of people said in a recent poll that they're fearful of civil war in this country. Do you feel like we're?
Oh, let's see what they're talking about.
47% of people said in a recent poll that they're fearful of civil war in this country. Do you feel like we're close to that?
I mean, yes. Yeah.
In what way? I mean, we can't have a land war like we had in the 1860s, probably, right?
Well, no, illegal immigrants is going to happen no matter what.
The 47% of Americans in a recent poll said that they think there could be civil war in this country. Do you see that?
I'm in the army. I don't want that. I don't want civil war.
Are you active duty?
I'm National Guard, but I'm going deployment this November of this year. And I don't want civil war. People is talking about war and things like that. People who don't know nothing about it. This is something that should never happen. I hope it never happen, you know, because civil.
And it's going to happen. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 15. For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hand. And this is an Israelite right here, supporting MAGA, all right? Which he's National Guard, but the Lord's going to have him involved in a civil war.
Or any type of war is a horrible thing. A lot of people are going to die. A lot of people are going to suffer. I don't even want to think about this, you know, this type of thing, because civil war is a big word. It's a big word. It's better not even use it. But people is using it like for nothing. But I'm telling you, it's people who don't know nothing about war, about what it is, you know, suffering, this type of things.
A recent poll said 47% of Americans think that there is going to be civil war in this country. Do you agree with that?
Could happen, but the turning point in this country and the way things are going and how bad it's gotten, I think the people are tired. I think they're fed up. And
with what specifically? I want to ask this question because if you look at the...
See, the people are tired and the people are fed up. Look, it says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Now, one of the things that people were tired of was what? The C-19 pandemic, where they couldn't go outside. All right? So now he's asking this man, well, what about what? So let's see what his answer is.
We have historically low unemployment. Inflation is coming down. The Fed is...
Which is a lie. There's America. America has the highest unemployment rate ever, man. You want to know what it is to get a job in California? It's crazy, unless you know somebody on the inside.
Going to most likely be lowering interest rates
People are getting back to work and cities are opening up again. In general, I just want to know what the doom stuff is. Like, what is the bad stuff?
I don't think that's true at all.
I'm not inventing that. I'm just going off the numbers we always go off of historically.
Yeah, I mean, where are these numbers coming from? Like, I think inflation's at the highest. I think
inflation is up.
See, and that's because the Lord has it to where a lot of these people out here are waking up to Esau Edom's bullshit. You heard what he said? He said, I don't think that's true. I think inflation is at its highest, which it is. When you go to the store right now, look, man, I go to the store, look, $500 don't get you a month worth of groceries because inflation's at its highest. I mean, you brothers know, you brothers that are watching, you few sincere sisters that are watching, am I lying? When you go to the store now, you're paying double for a carton of eggs, some juice, maybe some ground beef or some chicken, some poultry or whatnot. What are you paying? You're paying double the price. So look what he said. He trying to the dude on the mic is trying to well, you know, we're at our lowest in unemployment. You get the hell out of here, man. There's still people out here that ain't got jobs in the United States. And if they are jobs, they're paying minimum wage, which is nothing to cope with the cost of living.
I'm just going off the numbers we always go off of historically.
Yeah, I mean, where are these numbers coming from? Like, I think inflation.
It's bullshit.
Inflation is up, but it's coming down, is what I'm saying. And the same measurements that we've used for Reagan and Clinton and Obama and Trump and Bush and everybody, we're using now, as we always have. So I'm curious as to where the things are not good is coming from.
I mean, we got crime running rapid in the inner cities, in all of our democratic cities. We got, like I said, gas prices record high. Yeah, of course they're coming down now. Inflation's coming down now because we're getting close to the election. But the past 3 years, it's been a show to say the least.
And do you blame the president for that?
100%. I blame his whole everything for that.
And that's the start of civil war. Let me read that again. 2 Esdras 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right, so you heard what he just said. He said, do you blame it on the president or anything? He said, of course. So there's going to come a time through the spirit where things are going to be blamed, just like January 6th, all right, with the storming of the Capitol, which all these things are psyops to get ahead of the NWO, or to come closer to the NWO. Okay?
All the Democrats for that.
For the Democrats,
it was not like that. Everyone was prospering. People were making money.
We had a pandemic and people were out of work. It was a disaster, the economy.
Yeah, the pandemic. Of course, that happens during Trump's election. There's no coincidence there.
I mean, it's not coincidence or incidence. It just happened. And the way, during Bush, the World Trade Center was bombed. I mean, those are things that happened to U.S. presidents, right?
I mean, there's a lot that can be looked into all of that. But I just think the way the country is now, how bad it is, and yeah, you can say the numbers are going down and whatnot, but yeah, we're getting close to the election. I just think that Trump will bring everything back to the way it should have been, these past 4 years.
Which it ain't going to happen. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. I mean, his craftiness. All right, Trump, when he comes into office, he's going to bring the pain, just like if Biden came into office. Biden's going to bring the pain because they're under who? They're under the shadow government, the elites, the Rothschilds, Gettys, DuPonts, the Oppenheimers, the higher-ups. So they're going to bring whatever agenda they have to bring, whether it be laws, legislations, this and that. You've seen the NDAA just got passed, okay? Another form of it. So now what? And then Civil War comes out. Now, this is only 6 days ago, so this is recent. Then this man gets so-called almost assassinated. Come on. These people like him that's talking about Trump's going to bring back this and that. If they were to announce that Trump was actually assassinated, you know what's going to happen? And Biden goes into office, it's going to be an uproar. When now shall see uproars of the people, okay, it's going to be an uproar.
So it is.
Does President Biden love America?
I don't think so, no.
Can you turn to the left because is that Trump you have shaved into your head there? What?
Look, man. These people got demons on them. like I said, in the Roman Empire it was the same thing. Because you had the patricians and the plebeians, and they had something. You brothers look it up. It's called the conflict of orders. Okay, so this the same thing going on, but this is modern day Rome all over again. The deadly womb healed. So we're seeing the same thing that went on in ancient Rome happen in modern day America. Well, modern day Rome, which is AKA America, okay, or Babylon. You know. So let's
You
keep
must
going.
really love the guy then, huh?
I mean, I love him. I mean, I care about him because, he loves America and he's different and he's not the regular politician guy. And that's what happened. That's why it made me vote for my first time in my life in 2016.
You say he loves America, but he broke American law. Does that give you any pause about supporting a felon for president?
No, because it's all a scam with them, with the courts.
Does that give you pause at all, voting for someone who was convicted of a felony?
Absolutely not. That was a sham trial, and Joe Biden showers with his daughter, so I'd much rather have somebody who has 34 false counts of felony against him than someone who showers with his preceding daughter.
Yeah, well, I don't know that that's
These American citizens. This is Isaiah 31 and 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because there are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. Right, so they're going into trusting in Trump to save America, which America's going to be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. All right.
Trial. Do you think that was a sham as well?
Absolutely not. There was video.
All right, that's enough of that. I ain't talking about shit. Let me see. Oh, look. This man, he bringing it out. An inch away from civil war, Trump survives assassination, because they know a civil war is going to happen. Okay, because these people trust in the king of Egypt. This is Isaiah 30 and 1. Woe to the rebellious children that saith, it's like it saith Yahawah, that take counsel but not of me, that cover with a covering but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. And that's all these people are doing. They're trusting in the shadow of Egypt, and they're strengthening themselves in the strength of Pharaoh. Like he said, fight. All right? Third time's the charm. It's an enchantment, man. Okay? Let's see, Civil War. Trump shot. Let me see. I ain't gonna make this too much longer. I only had a couple scriptures on this, so I just wanted to bring the point out through the spirit.
This is the next thing, right? I mean, we haven't had an assassination.
Let's see what they're talking about.
Okay, fans, we're outside of the winner's house.
Because at the end of the day, through the spirit, like I said, this just gonna bring out civil war. Brothers been on it, which is a step close to the prophecy. Because if civil war happens, they passed that NDAA law to where they can re-lock down things. They can bring out martial law, National Guard, Salakia, National Guard, all right, and lock down the cities, quarantine the cities, just like the movie. Why do you think it came out?
Had an assassination attempt on a U.S. president, former or otherwise.
Oh my gosh!
This is the next thing, right? I mean, we haven't had an assassination attempt on a U.S. president, former or otherwise, since 1981. Of course, that was.
See, they haven't had an attempt on assassination of a U.S. president since 1991. That's a long time. All right.
Reagan. So we've had a long period.
This is Ronald Reagan.
Felt that things are reasonably safe. Suddenly, very quickly, that has changed. What does that do for American politics more broadly?
Well, let me tell you what's going to happen. If that bullet would have been 2 centimeters to the left or just in any other direction and would have gone through his skull, the deep state, or the quote-unquote people that want to make us mad and fight with each other, would have gotten what they would have wanted, because there would have been some sort of civil war. If Donald Trump gets assassinated, people are going to go to the streets and they're going to cause a lot of damage because they are very frustrated. Donald Trump stands up for, populism. He stands up for the middle class. And this is what they want. They want to take him out so that the people here in America will be fighting with each other.
There is no middle class in America. Remember, they eliminated that during the pandemic. So who is the middle class? There's only poor and rich. That's why the scriptures say in Revelation, the 13th chapter, he calls it all both rich and poor. All right? There is no middle class. They eliminated that during the pandemic. So what are you talking about? He stands up for the middle class. Ain't nobody middle class here anymore.
Instead of actually going to the politicians and trying to fix the problems that we're having. And sadly...
Oh my God, bro.
This is the next thing, right? I mean, we haven't had an assassin.
We're going to receive it. I'm going to get one more scripture after this and I'll be done.
Away from literally having a civil war here in America.
And I said to someone today, I feel like it wasn't just Donald Trump who dodged a bullet at that rally. It was the entirety of the US. Because if that bullet, as you say, had gone through his head and he had been killed, we wouldn't be sitting here talking tonight or this morning, your time, about what this all means for America. We'd be talking about buildings being burnt to the ground.
See that? That's what's exactly right. That's what's coming to this place. You see that? All it takes is one little thing, and that started it. That sparks it. All right. You heard what he said. He said, "I'm gonna rewind it. If that if it goes to where Donald Trump is announced probably deceased, things are gonna go. The buildings are going to go into flames. It's enchantments, man. Stand now with thine enchantments. It's an enchantment. That's why he said, fight, fight, fight. Watch. Let's see the next attempt. Maybe it'll be at who gets president or the inauguration. Who knows? But this man is moving. All we know is that this man is moving. The joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment, and he's coming down with great wrath because he hath but a short time.
Morning, your time. About what this all means for America, we'd be talking about buildings being burnt to the ground.
You're exactly right. I mean, buildings burnt to the ground, people would not stop. It would be a terrible tragedy. I mean, I was not alive when JFK was assassinated, but my dad talks about it. This event that just happened felt a lot like 9/11 that we avoided. This is like a 9/11 that we avoided, but I had that same sense of vulnerability, same sense of sadness, just seeing him bleeding from his ear. But if he would have been dead, America, as it looks today, would have been a totally different country. And now, of course...
Shooter named Thomas Matthew Crooks. Come on, man. These devils. Thomas and Matthew.
Changes a little bit with this, but I think Donald Trump's going to rebound and come out stronger than ever, and I do think he's going to win the 2024 election. But we are literally an inch away from changing the entire course of history. It's really mind-blowing when you actually just look at it and start paying attention. Because asking some people, after it happened, I went out here and I'm in Tampa, and I'm here on vacation, and I went and I talked to some people. Some people didn't even know it happened. Some people were flipping like, oh, wow.
Yeah, because they were deceived. All right, this is Job chapter, it's the last scripture I'm going to get, and I'm going to play this out. Job chapter 12, verse 16. With him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his.
I wish he got shot. So it's a very divided country that we have right now. People are struggling, and people do look at Trump as a villain. Some people...
I already said a divided country. Divided. If Satan be divided against Satan, how can it stand? Or if a city be divided against a city, how can it stand? Okay, this is a very divided country, which is systematically designed. All right, that's systematically designed, just like ancient Rome. Like I keep bringing out the patricians and the plebeians. Okay, it's all a bread circus type of thing. It's all a political type of thing to keep you in the dark of what's really going on behind the scenes, which this devil getting his NWO going on, the C-hip, the charagma, according to Revelation, the 13th chapter. That's all it is. World War III about to pop off. We're closer than ever to it. Okay?
Got him as a hero. So shooting him would have only divided this nation much further.
Yeah, most definitely. And this sentiment that a lot of people, I'm sure, do have, that they wish he had been shot and killed. This event will do nothing to allay that or change that. But the question now is, given how high the temperature is there any way to turn it down?
No, there's no way to turn it down because listen, when you saw CNN report on this, they reported on it as Trump falling down after hearing loud noises. The media here in America is the biggest fraud of any corporation, of anybody that exists, because they will literally look
Hey,
at
and
us
this
in the
is
face and lie and try to
this is Second
misconstrue
Esdras
what actually happened. So until the
16
American media actually reports on
and
stuff
4.
truthfully,
A fire
we're
is
just
sent
going to
among
be in a
you, and
constant
who
state of
may quench
confusion.
it?
So it's very
So
sad. I just can't believe the media would even say that Trump fell down. And even Joe Biden, it took him hours and hours and hours for him to admit that this was even an assassination attempt. So imagine living in a country where we have no transparency, and that's going to be the big key to this, is giving us transparency on what really happened in Pennsylvania.
Well, you mentioned Joe Biden there. This was a little bit of his belated presser today.
There's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick. It's one of the reasons why we have to unite this country. We cannot allow for this.
And they're always talking about unite, all right, which goes into the NWO. Okay, they want everybody all in one concordance, so to speak. All right, unison, just like Babel. That's all. This goes back to a lot of things. All right, which they're just trying to do what they tried to do plenty of years ago. That's why they say one nation under all. Okay.
Be happening. We cannot be like this. We cannot condone this. But the bottom line is, the Trump rally was a rally that he should have been able to be conducted peacefully without any problem. But the idea that there's political violence or violence in America like this is just unheard of. It's just not appropriate. I mean, everybody must condemn it.
Well, what was your view of his presser, Alex? I watched a little.
I'm done with this though, but you brothers out there through the spirit, you know, just keep a watch out. Brothers been doing videos, you know, make sure you do your videos on it through the spirit, you know, give your take on it. And just you know, keep a watch out, because hey, the Lord's doing his thing. All right, and you know, through the spirit, I mean hey, call out Yahawah, Bahasham, you know, these things are moving fast. I mean, because through the spirit, I mean, we're an inch away of getting out of here. Right? Just as he said, is that we're an inch away of civil war. Well, we're an inch away of getting out of here. Look at the guy, suspected Trump shooter. Come on, look at this man, bro.
As Stephanie mentioned, authorities are now identifying 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks as a suspected shooter in the rally attack. Crooks is a native.
Come on, man.
If you're thinking of selling your home,
Silagi, I gotta see this, man. Look at the shooter.
I buy your house fast.
Unbelievable.
As Stephanie mentioned, authorities are now identifying 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks as a suspected shooter in the rally attack. Crooks is a native of Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. That's about an hour from where the shooting took place. And he appears to have no criminal record. The FBI says the family is cooperating.
See that?
With the investigation at this time, and joining us now is Fox 5's Kendall Green. He's got the latest on what we are learning about the suspect's background and the questions surrounding security efforts leading up to the deadly shooting and what's being investigated as an attempted assassination of Donald Trump. Kendall.
Hey, good evening, Arthur. The 20-year-old suspected shooter, Thomas Matthew Crooks, was gunned down by counter-snipers after shooting the former president yesterday. And since that shooting, fans have recovered the AR-style rifle, along with materials used to make a bomb inside of his vehicle near the rally.
I'm done. It's always a bomb involved or an AR rifle. He has some material, he has some magical chemicals in his car to make a bomb for the rally. Like, come on, yo. I'll read this again. It's Job 12 and 16. With him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his. And all Fox News is deceivable. I think what 1, 2, 3, 4. I think Fox goes into 666 if I'm not mistaken. Okay, crazy.
Just one day after an attempt to assassinate former President Donald Trump, the investigation into the shooter Thomas Matthew Crooks from Bethel Park, Pennsylvania ramps up. The 20-year-old, officials say, fired a rifle from a rooftop just over 160 yards from the former president's podium Saturday. at his final rally ahead of the Republican National Convention.
You know how far 160 yards is?
Crook's classmates sharing he'd graduated high school just 2 years ago and was a target of constant bullying, but had no past criminal cases against him as FBI officials try to determine the motive in the shooting. They're investigating the attempted assassination as an act of domestic terrorism, maintaining their belief Crooks acted alone. Reporting the AR-style rifle used to shoot Trump was legally purchased by the gunman's father, yet it's unknown whether he took it without his father's knowledge.
Oh, man. It said he has no criminal background, but he got bullied. Come on, man. But, hey, Lord willing, this was edifying to the hopeful elect. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rachakodash, the Bonner Star Apostles, a great millstone, who rule where the titles is truth. Peace, love, blessed salutations to your occupants, part of the Bahasham, the house of David. Hey, keep watching, you brothers out there. Keep an eye peeled. Shalom.